music was the one thing that made me feel that I was special in some way. Um, it was just the one thing that I can't let go. That's part of me, it's part of who I am, and that's one thing that I would never ever leave. The music and video games has evolved so much. And even games that came out in the 90s had good soundtracks. You know, a lot of the Final Fantasy games, Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, um, a lot of those games had just great music. The sound quality wasn't great. It was kind of MIDI, and it wasn't done with a real orchestra. But you know, those tracks were great. And now that it's been done in a full orchestra arrangement, with like Distant Worlds and other groups, it's a whole other thing. I mean, it's real music. It's what it is.
Oh, I think it's amazing. It's a dream come true, and I think a lot of people that play video games that also really like music will really enjoy this concert, and I'm sure we'll love this all the same. Maybe it'll help people get encouraged to play music, you know, because some people have this idea of like, oh, you know, classical music, it's just Beethoven and Mozart, but there's so much more involved, especially in today's day and age with movie scores and video games. All great music, especially because the graphics. It's a very cinematic experience now. So the music plays a very large role in storytelling, just like films do.
The original idea I had was because I had actually seen a few like on YouTube's on videos on YouTube and stuff. I had seen a lot of these musics that were written and made like 8-bit bleeps and bloops, made into like, you know, rock group or into like a jazz group or something. So it was varied instrumentation and, you know, adapted for such methods. And then there were some that were also orchestrated for full orchestra. So I thought it was a cool idea. And then eventually the Symphony of the Goddesses came around for The Legend of Zelda. And when I saw that, my mind was blown. All of these like songs that I grew up with, just like, you know, came from like, you know, being like two-dimensional flat to like just this huge like, you know, sound. And it was great to see it performed live. I mean, I had chills the whole concert, so I definitely wanted to have that experience, and that's when I started bringing it up more frequently. I was like, look, they did it, we can do it too.
The thing about music is that it's a timeless thing. We listen to music every day, and what we do with it is so amazing. It's this idea that we can isolate ourselves from all the problems in the world, from the situations we might have, and for a brief moment, we can be in our own world. And then you bring that into a world, a fantasy world, where you are a character, you can be a savior, you can be a hero. It just feels great. And I get this a lot. I get, well, why are you so into video games? That stuff's not real. And what I tell those people is that, you know, Link from Zelda affected my life more than many real people. So they're kind of realer than people in a way. So that's just the truth.